It's do-or-die time now for MIBR. Team Liquid have started off this semi-final in fantastic form. And now it's time for MIBR to answer it. Hilly, is it going to be possible?
It's going to be very hard. This is an important half for MIBR. In both of their games where they won 16-4 and lost 16-4, they started off on the CT side, and they haven't really got many T-side rounds on the board. Even against Fnatic when they were crushing them, they were struggling to do so.
Well, if you say that, I mean, 15-0 was how MIBR started against Fnatic, and maybe we hope to see something similar here for MIBR because Team Liquid are really putting them through their paces. I think we all want a map 3, but I'm not sure that Team Liquid is going to give it to us. They're already down into the B bomb site. Fur's going to get caught by Nitro, though. The kill doesn't actually come across. 1-for-1 down on the B bomb site, but right now, neither team has really established control just yet.
Not just yet, but Twist making the difference down in lower, does clear out.
Hello.
Fur gets Nitro on outside, so this round is getting messy, but Liquid should still have the advantage here. Both of these players armored up. Bomb goes down. Leech has control of the back of this vent area.
Caldera's going by himself, and he gets headshot by Twist. This is going to allow Twist to push on forward. Caldera almost got the timing. And in fact, I will say he got the timing. He just didn't get the shot. And that's a pistol on the board for Team Liquid. T-sided pistol as well on Nuke.
That's going to get MIBR off to a really rough start. You need to get your economy off on the right foot, on the CT side of Nuke. You need all the utilities to be able to shut down certain rushes. You need to get that AWP out on Fallen so he can be a key player for you. And they need to make the most of this CT side because we haven't seen barely any T side from them. They either lost the map too quickly or won the map too quickly, so they haven't really got the reps on the officials in this tournament in particular. And they haven't played a lot of Nuke as it is in officials. Smoke wall comes out on outside, and that's going to set up a leash to put pressure down on towards this secret area. The rest of Liquid just waiting for any kind of a push out from MIBR.
Not going to be seeing it just yet. No real investment into this round for MIBR, so you know, they're not necessarily expecting much out of it. Elise has already got himself tucked into the corner here in secret. And MIBR will eventually peek into his angle, but UMP will be enough. Fallen eventually does drop him, but Elise has done his job. And now it's on to the rest of Team Liquid, who make their way quite comfortably into A.
As soon as Elige sees all those players, instant push onto the upper bomb site for Team Liquid, smoke onto Annex, Molotov, they're locked out of the bomb site for MIBR.
Fallen's got himself a UMP, so if he can take that through, then at least MIBR have salvaged something out of the round.
Even if he can get a kill or two with it, those plus 600s definitely pay in spades towards the AWP fund for the next round. Just one kill could be enough to get him an AWP. He doesn't already have enough money for it.
Unfortunately, Colt's going to get it. And NAF will finish it for Team Liquid.
So Fallen has just enough money to be able to glass cannon if he does want to do so. 48.50, as he did have some of the higher money on the CT side for MIBR. Let's see what MIBR is going to do in their first gun round here. They need this one. They can't let Team Liquid run over them on this T side, or there is very little hope for MIBR in this map. They need to turn things around nice and quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. We already had our hesitations going into the map. And if Team Liquid starts out by getting on top, well, I mean, really, where does that leave MIBR? Perhaps getting knocked out of IEM Sydney.
Wall of Smokes goes onto outside, and that's going to set up Nitro to start to put some pressure on this secret area. The rest of Liquid just grouped up in lobby, waiting for some kind of a push to come out. Smoke goes out from the roof on towards the windows for Team Liquid as Nitro starts to make his way across the secret. He's secured that part of the map. And Stewie's going to back him up and smoke in towards the warehouse and apply some pressure with utility. This might cause a rotation from MIBR, but the rest of Liquid started to creep out ramp room and put some pressure on Taco.
Well, he was doing good work on the B side of Mirage, but already missing those shots forces him to back away. Fallen as well. Not having a favorable aim battle here against Nitro, who really only has the MAC-10. Taco's got himself down into the B bomb site safely at least, but if Fallen drops here, then that is disastrous for Liquid. Taco a 1-for-1, not too bad. Fallen's backed away from the angle that he was holding Nitro on, but still has so many Team Liquid players to deal with here.
Liquid just taking their time because they are a little bit split up, but now starting to group up. Two players down through the vent, and Stewie strikes first, cleans Phelps out of the vent.
Big moment now for Fallen, but just absolutely no idea that Stewie's going to wrap the corner and take him down.
These last two MIBR players are nowhere near this lower bomb site, so this is looking like a pretty quick round for Team Liquid.
A decisive round indeed, and perhaps an insight into the future as well.
They just took all control for pretty much no contest, got Nitro very quickly in towards that secret area. They pushed Taco out of ramp room and took control of it pretty much for free. It's a little bit too easy for Team Liquid at the moment, but you have to say MIBR haven't had a lot of money to buy up with.
Well, this will help at least, causing a bit of damage, you know, keeping Liquid thinking, although in the end you still do drop the AUG there for Coldzera. Not like MIBR was really going to be able to buy through anyway, but an extra AUG is an extra threat.
Is indeed, so I'd imagine MIBR probably going to go pistol armor or a little bit of a light buy around the AUG that Fur has saved for himself. Try to continue to chip down this economy on the side of Team Liquid, which hasn't really had an opportunity yet to start to build up heavily. You can see 1 to 2k across most of the players for Team Liquid. So if MIBR does enough damage in this round, they could potentially start to put pressure on that economy for Team Liquid and start to turn this game around in the next gun.
Well, that's their way back into Nuke and back into this series as well, because let's face it, it's been all Team Liquid today. And throughout the rest of IEM Sydney, quite frankly, they have not been challenged that hard so far, and we thought that MIBR was going to be that challenge. The Brazilians just not quite standing up today. That's better from MIBR, a better start. Puts Team Liquid on the back foot in the round.
Stewie's still got control of the lobby though, so Team Liquid can start to make their way back towards this upper bomb site through Annex, and MIBR, they're scrambling to get in position. Phelps only just makes it up to the top of the vent.
Oh, but he has the impact. Coldzera's gone down in the meanwhile. What more can Phelps do? Why do we have to ask for more from him? Where is the rest of MIBR? They're not in a position to harass Team Liquid at all, and unless some major timing goes in the favor of the MIBR players now, have to think there's absolutely no chance. Grenade goes through the smoke. It'll tickle Fur just a little bit, but nothing too substantial. Taco takes the opportunity. But of course, Naf, he's got no problems there at all. Fur, the player, did save this AUG through from the previous round. Looks like that's going to be the name of the game once again for him.
If he does save it, he could potentially drop an AUG or even an AWP over towards Fallen, who can potentially drop an AUG to someone like Coldzera, who's got a little bit less money, but they're not going to have a problem buying across the board.
Oh, well, he'll be able to do some damage. Just the one onto Nitro.
They're totally fine on the side of MIBR, though. They've got enough loss bonus built up to be able to get a really, really good buy into this round. And decent damage on that Team Liquid economy like we were talking about, so their money's not going to be building up too much just yet. Still fairly low at about 2k across the board. Naf's the only one with any real kind of cash. Elysian Nitro are pretty poor. So MIBR, this is their chance here to start to get back into this game before things get too far out of control for Team Liquid. And Twist is on a heater. This man is so good on this map. Naf very, very quickly down the vents here. Doesn't quite make it down though. Phelps actually gets him straight through the smoke, so that's a win for MIBR already. Rest of Team Liquid making their way down secret. Fur's already in position with full utility to slow them down.
Is he even going to use the utility? Looks like he wants to take the aim battle at this point. Just ducks away at the wrong time, and there's a firing squad when he peeks his head back up.
This is horrible for MIBR. They've lost vent control. They only have Taco here at Megaton, who can be locked out with utility. Team Liquid, they can get the bomb down, and they have control of all the crucial areas in lowers right now.
Well, Taco's continuing to try and take this aim battle to buy time for the rotate through from Phelps. He's got himself down secret. He's going to be the linchpin right now for MIBR, but the push through the incendiary, and it's going to catch MIBR off guard. Taco's on his own now against 3, and there is no chance. 5-0, Team Liquid storming away with Nuke.
And it really just feels like Team Liquid are completely outmaneuvering MIBR on this T side. Constantly feels like MIBR are scrambling to get into position, trying to help out their teammates that are under so much pressure, because Team Liquid just gets in good positions and gets good map control without much contest every single time. They haven't been disrupted. Now MIBR, money's in a pretty sad state of affairs. Going to have to take a bit of a half buy, give themselves a decent chance at winning this round.
Well, Fallen did start off the last force buy for MIBR with a deagle pick. Going to have an opportunity to do that again, but he really desperately needs to convert something here. Of course, alongside the rest of MIBR. I was just down in front of the smoke, and nicely done from Fallen. Phelps backs him up well. We start to get a sense for MIBR. You smell the blood in the water in the round now.
Naf goes and takes this ramp room control, and you do have one player, Stewie, creeping out towards outers, so still some good positions for these AKing players on Team Liquid. If they find the right timings, they could still turn this one back around.
Oh, Taco gets clotheslined by Naf. And Fer, this is not the angle you want to take a fight with the Mag 7, but starts to creep closer.
Bomb's still down on outers though, and Twist is the closest player to get in position to grab that. Naf gonna use the utility to lock off this secret as a threat.
Oh, Phelps just a little bit of a love tap there onto Twists, making his position known. Bomb has been retrieved. Liquid though with only 30 seconds left now. Look at the position here of Fer. That kill from Fallen helps a lot, and what a shot. One more down, but still more to find. Eventually, the round will go the way of MIBR. A good force buy. And they've got their toe through the door, but there's still a lot more work to do.
Well, that's actually massive for MIBR. That's going to put Team Liquid's economy in a very, very bad state indeed. They're going to have to buy down to very little cash. They've got no loss bonus to really be leaning back on, so this is the chance for MIBR to get straight back into this half. If they do win this gun round here, they could potentially be playing for two, putting Team Liquid on an eco on that T side, and be able to start to string some rounds on the board. Here's a fast one out annex for Team Liquid though.
As you say, they make their way across. Fer already cuts down Twists, and Coldzera wants to get involved as well. Up on the rafters, he's found two. And Nitro and Elige are being harassed as they make their way into the bomb site. Really not much more chance for them now. But the resmoke does come across, which will make the bomb potentially retrievable. Elige has lost his teammate, and we're going to need another ace from him. This one will be much more difficult than what we saw on Mirage. But he bides his time and knows that any damage he could do here would be significant. Not going to matter in the end. MIBR find their second round.
Team Liquid completely broke at this point. Potentially can't even afford the upgraded pistols on a couple of their players. One does get dropped over towards Twist. They're going to give him the deagle that he often does so much work with and so much damage with. They want to try to chip down as many of these guns off MIBR as they can before they make their way onto their next gun round, in the next round in particular. But MIBR, that's a huge bailout for them, winning that force buy, or half buy rather, and then closing out that gun round following. They were completely out of this game, but now there might be a chance.
Ooh. Almost felt as though Elige was going to do something magical there, but he does fall. AK proving superior. Taco's only got the 5 HP, but looks like MIBR should get through this round unscathed.
Hold on. Twist is on a heater on Nuke, as always, and he has the deagle in hand. I wouldn't be calling it too early. There's still some damage to be done here.
Yeah, most certainly. Been proven wrong a few times here at IEM Sydney. Look, only the one gun loss for MIBR. It still builds the economy. It still builds the confidence more so, I think, is what we really need to take heed of for MIBR.
Their money's doing very, very well on the side of MIBR now. They could potentially buy for at least the next one over on the side of Team Liquid. Having to spend all their cash to buy up into this round. And if they do lose this one, MIBR could set them back on an eco again. Not all the utility in the world for the side of Team Liquid. See what they're going to do with it. So far, grenade pressure on towards upper as they go towards outside very, very early on. So Fer's going to be the main person to be keeping an eye on.
Well, Team Liquid have very much enjoyed this fast secret play. Fer did cop the brunt of it last time. He's in a better position now. And a bit of damage across. That's better than what occurred. The Molotov, not amazing.
Double rotate coming out from MIBR towards this monster area, or just a singular, and the flank on secret from Phelps coming out. Haven't quite been flushed out of this lower bomb site on the side of MIBR, but Team Liquid's not fully committed here. Still watching secret, still one player in lobby.
Fallen's creeping and creeping right into Twist. He knows it. Headshot from the orb, it'll be more than enough. And an opener for MIBR. Now Elige looks to equalize Opens the doors, he'll spot the gun barrel of Fallen, and that puts him under pressure. No one can help Fallen, and he's a dead man, and he knew it. All of a sudden, Team Liquid just bursts onto the bomb site, and there's nothing that MIBR can do about it. The rotation's a little bit too slow, and Elige, he just always seems to find the back or the side of an MIBR player. They have no idea. Taco, that's a good headshot, or a good bit of damage, I should say. But he's not going to be able to follow it up with enough. And you just slowly but surely see Team Liquid strangling MIBR out of these rounds. It's not like crazy individual plays for Liquid or anything like that. It's just good positioning, good timing, and good teamwork from Liquid, and it's getting the job done.
That's exactly what you want to see on the T side of Nuke. They're playing with MIBR's rotation so perfectly. They're very well aware of where these CTs can and can't be. They're never letting MIBR get too much information. You can see even when 4 players are all the way committed down in towards Secret, you still have Naf lurking towards the back of lobby, making sure that nobody's taking control of that part of the map and being able to allow MIBR to fully rotate and fully gamble all the way towards that lower bomb site, which is what makes Liquid's opening in towards lower so much easier. There's still only 2 players down there. Taco hasn't fully committed towards Megaton despite being that ramp rotator.
Those T rounds already starting to build up for Team Liquid as well. So if it wasn't already a problem for MIBR at the 5 or the 4 rounds initially, we're up to 6, which is kind of the par mark now.
This game is still back and forth, and both teams' economies haven't quite built up just yet. MIBR losing that last round will spend a large portion of their cash into this one, and over on the side of Team Liquid did drop a couple guns in the last, so only 3k across the board for a couple of their players. The rest of them are pretty broke. And this next round is going to see whether MIBR can get back into this half and actually potentially get themselves 5 on the board and start trading rounds a bit better with Team Liquid, which still wouldn't be favourable for them on the CT side, considering we haven't seen anything from the T side from them, or whether Team Liquid's just going to dominate them and shut them out of this game.
That's a good point. Every round is critical for MIBR. Elige, oh, he burns alive. The incendiary down the vent, catches him off. That's pretty smart from MIBR. But is it enough to win them the round? Taco on the push now into lobby. Oh, Naf, that is clean.
His whole job this entire T half is literally to sit in that exact position. Sat there the entire round, last round. Making sure no one from MIBR can get too aggressive, and there's Stewie 2K in towards Secret, punishes Fallen. And all of these MIBR players are left in no man's land at this point, all playing on their own. There's multiple angles they can be shot from. They don't have very good map control whatsoever, and Team Liquid can do whatever they want at this point, but Fur's going to even things up.
Well, it's just the first for now. The Orc, though, paying off for him. Phelps has got one more. All across the map, MIBR winning those aim duels.
And that's exactly what they needed. But Twist is still alive, and this man's a menace on Nuke. At this event, the last map I watched him play.
Well, Phelps is low HP, but won't matter when he's got the AWP. And a little bit more for MIBR to take heart in.
So over on the side of Team Liquid, 2 of their players are pretty broke. The rest of them have pretty good money. So it could potentially be a bit of a half buy just to try to even the money out a little bit for the T side. Over on MIBR, they're starting to build up a little bit of cash. Particularly if they close out this next round relatively cleanly, they can get straight back into things. Let's see if they can get a 5th round on the board and keep this half nice and competitive. But competitive isn't what they need. They need domination on this CT side. And already Elige is going to pick Phelps in towards the annex and start to sprint over towards that ladder base area.
I've seen this movie before and I didn't like the ending for MIBR. We'll see if they can rewrite it. On Mirage, we saw Team Liquid with the pistols getting it done. And Elige with the orb. Taco will slow down his progression. Even still, it's 3v3. And that means it's winnable for Team Liquid, especially if they can get this bomb down, which is going to happen.
So utility is the name of the game for MIBR here.
Fallen starts the retake off well. The pick on a Nitro, but the AUG is still in play. And a P250. Might as well be an AUG at this point. The headshots onto Fur. More than enough to take him down. Stewie rotates his position across, but Fallen will spray both. And MIBR, they survive again. That, again, really feels like what it is for MIBR at the moment. It's a case of survival, just trying to keep themselves alive as opposed to really put much pressure back onto Team Liquid or take control of this game.
And they're going to need to turn this half completely around. I think they actually need the 9-6 in this half in particular. It's the best case scenario, and even that might not be good enough from them if their T side is what I expect it to be. Utility really was very helpful from MIBR to be able to shut out that post plant. Molotovs over towards the site and onto Squeaky Door really limited Team Liquid's options in being able to take peeks up against MIBR as they came onto that bomb site, so they used it very well. The problem is that they took a lot of damage in that last round. Fallen's got 5k, the rest of the lads have got 2 or none.
It was a Liquid pause, but MIBR definitely making the most of it. Some pretty intense discussion going on in their camp between Fallen and Zeus.
Again, it's just still so back and forth between these two teams on this half, which really should favour Liquid. And this is another round where, economically, one team could put themselves a little bit further ahead of their opponent, depending how clean things are. Team Liquid just waiting to throw those outside smokes, and out they come. They're going to send Stewie across towards Secret.
There is a player waiting for him. Fallen this time with the AWP. Not a position that we've seen him play thus far on Nuke.
And Liquid, whenever we've seen them send this player across, they often just play fairly passively in towards the top of Secret here. Particularly when he's this low. He's probably just going to sit here and wait for Fallen to get aggressive or someone to get over-aggressive towards those Secret stairs. The rest of Liquid going out ramp room now.
Taco's got a nice angle, but he'll be checked, of course. Team Liquid not one to miss a beat. And already the opener is there. We've seen them convert so many of these rounds. Twist is just looking so strong on these entries. MIBR are going to have a magical round here to bring it back. Bomb's gone down already. Fur cannot deny that. It was planted safe. Fallen gives MIBR some hope. But who else will step up here for them? Maybe, just maybe it could be coldzera. Fallen helps him again. Oh, Fallen! That's 3. And now it's on to Naf. It's not won by any means for MIBR, but as I say that, Fur will get it done.
He's having a very good performance for MIBR. Key frag to close it out there, but it very much was Fallen. The man literally sat the entire round staring at those secret stairs, waiting for Stewie. And finally, Stewie comes down and he picks him, and then he's free to go and cause havoc on the rest of Team Liquid in that lower bomb side. And he hits every shot back to back. Again, just running around, combat AWPing. Gets that multi-frag for MIBR, and it's Fallen and Fur really stepping up hugely for MIBR at the moment on this map. But still, they're just trading rounds, and again, they have to go up against another gun round from Team Liquid when they don't have the best of economies. Their money's still not stable.
Well, just one round at a time, I think, is the name of the game right now for MIBR. Here's Fallen once again. He's had a good series, comparatively. Backs away once more. Has another chance on another angle. The pop flash through, ducks back down. Will take the challenge, and Fallen, well, he's starting to feel it. And maybe that is the win condition for MIBR.
And Naf, now that they're 2 men down, moves from the back of lobby, tries to find an opening towards ramp room or lobby, but coldzera's found the timing onto him, and Fur.
Ooh, I thought he was going to get the next one. Nitro, just as it starts to feel like MIBR are getting that pressure onto Team Liquid, starting to feel it. Nitro once again reminds them not to rest on their laurels.
And every single kill that Nitro gets here in this 1-on-3, even if he doesn't win the round, does so much damage to the CT economy. And as we head further towards the end of the half, that's not where you'd want to be facing these economic woes. coldzera's in a perfect position to backstab Nitro, but this is a pretty common angle to be checking, particularly in the late round.
Nope.
Doesn't do it though.
Not this time. All right. MIBR have the lead. Haven't seen that in a while.
Interested to see what the approach is going to be here for Team Liquid on this round in particular. They've got 3.5k on 2 of their players, but the other players can buy AKs and armor. Wouldn't be surprised to see a half buy and maybe trying to get those CZs in the vent, or a very fast uppers plate, or even sending them all down secret with the wall of smokes. Multiple options here for Team Liquid. They can either fully invest or they can half invest and give themselves a decent shot at winning this round. For MIBR, I'd say particularly closing out that round with 3 players alive, they're mostly in the clear in terms of the money heading into these last 2 rounds. But if they lose this one to the Pistols of Team Liquid, they could potentially be pretty scuffed heading into the last round of the half.
Yeah, you still have to remember as well, there is another half after this, Billy. Best case scenario for MIBR is 9.
And that's what I'm worried for on their part, because I haven't seen barely any of their T side in this event. Pretty much saw 2 gun rounds from them.
Phelps on the bomb site, having, well, I was going to say no problems, but he does drop still. That was a quick round. You blink and you miss that one. Another one up for MIBR. 8-6 now. And I think it's really a must-win for MIBR. You know, you need to be taking every single round that is possible against Team Liquid. You're going to have to get to 9. You're probably going to have to get the pistol in the next half as well, because you can bet that Team Liquid is going to be solid on the CT side.
You need every advantage you can possibly get, but it looks like in this game in particular, it's a bit more of an across-the-board performance from MIBR. Fur and Fallen playing pretty well. Cold Zero, he's kind of just doing his job. He hasn't had a lot to do necessarily, sitting in uppers and then pushing in towards the late round sometimes. Stewie, again, is going to be sent towards this secret area, but Fur's aggressive on towards his outers. Could find a timing on the man to be able to pick him. Nice nade from MIBR. The rest of Liquid set up heavily in towards this radio area, potentially going for that ramp control. And look at this. Fur's on the hunt for Stewie. He knows.
Yeah, but, well, if he makes this work, that's a good start. Still, there's action going on over at the ramp room. And, of course, it's Fallen. He misses a shot. He has been so good for MIBR, but that is a shot that needed to be hit. It allows Liquid down toward the B site. Taco, though, he won't miss. Almost 3 for him. There we go. And can he get 4? Not quite. But he's won the round for MIBR. You have to think Naf now alone. And if not the first, he'll certainly be traded. But there we go. 9's up for MIBR. And they're in with a chance. It's a slight one, Pilly, but it's a chance nonetheless.
Yep, let's see if they can convert this lead that they've gotten themselves. They're going to need to dig deep on this T side.
Lots to look forward to in the second half. We're going to go to a break, but we'll be back after this.
Dancing on my own when you spill that ramen coke on my t-shirt. Yeah, your eyes made it difficult to get my baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette, that is first sight. The way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye. And whatever you did to make it stop, 'cause baby, and the next thing I lose. We were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette, vice versa, the way
Wasn't quite the 15-0 start that MIBR had against Fnatic on Nuke, but they do go into the second half here on Team Liquid's map pick with a 9-6 advantage. Question on everyone's lips though, is it going to be enough to push us through to a map 3?
All right, MIBR, let's see what you guys have got on your T side. They're going to need to dig deep. We haven't seen any of it from them from this event, past maybe the pistol in the first couple gun rounds before they either win or lose so far. Very slow, spread out approach, waiting for some pushes for Team Liquid that don't really look like they're coming at this point.
I think the pistol is really important here for MIBR. I mean, it feels weird to say that, right? Because they have the numbers advantage, but moving on to the T side, from what we saw on Nuke, Team Liquid, how they've been playing throughout today and throughout the tournament, you just have to continue to back them until it's over. And that pistol round will be worth its weight in gold.
Smoke in towards heaven and flash on towards upper, and then pressure pushing that ramp player off. But it does look like they're committing to upper and annex split.
Taco does go down early, but there's still players alive here for MIBR. The pistol round, it's looking good for them. Naf and Stewie, they're not going to be able to have enough. Stewie's on his own now. And MIBR, what a change. It was like 5-0 for Team Liquid to start this map off. And this has been close to 10 in a row for MIBR. Obviously, that's been broken by one Liquid round, but they have found that next level that they need.
Such a technical pistol coming out of MIBR, then utility in towards that upper side that they don't commit on, and then they push that ramp rotator off, make sure that he's not getting aggressive, and that they potentially could think that it's a push down ramp in towards lower off the back of throwing a fake towards upper. And as soon as they just sow the seeds of doubt in Team Liquid's mind, push a few of those CTs out of position, that's exactly when they strike in towards the upper bomb site and punish those players for being a bit out of position. You can see Nitro struggling to get up the vent there. And only 2 players in uppers. No rotations coming out. Now it's going to be the force from Team Liquid. They're going to try to get straight back into things.
Every single round for MIBR is critically important. As Team Liquid, we know, are dangerous with these scouts, with these pistols. They've done it before already against MIBR. And it would be such a heartbreaking way to lose control of Nuke once you've only just now got it.
These pistols can be so dangerous on Nuke in some of these angles. CZs around the hut, 2 of them to be dealing with, then scouts at the longer edges towards outside and ramp. Then you got Lige to top it all off to hold this lowers area, and that's where some smokes are going to be flying out, and Fur's going to be applying a little bit of pressure, but he doesn't actually have any utility to force a Lige out of this position. So Lige could have a pretty clean duel on towards Fur on outside. He will get it, and then Stewie gets a tag and gets away. This is starting to fall apart for MIBR.
Is it going to happen again? They make their way down to B. Stewie, he'll fall. Luckily, Taco able to navigate that one, but Lige with the Deagle, still dangerous. Nitro as well. And Team Liquid, they still have a player advantage. MIBR do slowly claw their way back in, but you get the sense that Liquid, all it's going to take is one more pick for them, and that is it. Twist gets Phelps.
Doesn't even react, the man. He just looks so focused, as if it was always going to hit that one shot.
He's only got 20 seconds here, Coldzera. Bomb is not in a good position for him. He knows both of the CTs are close by, but he doesn't have time in this round. He needs to get the bomb down. Smoke will be popped down on the side, and he'll plant behind Silo, but Liquid pushing into him. Coldzera, can he do it? Knows that they're pushing him. There's the first. Coldzera almost has it. He does. What a clutch. MIBR, they needed it. And they got it. Coldzera, the man of ice. delivers.
How on earth have Liquid missed every shot running at him on the bomb site there? They fired 3 different scout shots, tagged him up with the CZ. All they needed was one to connect.
How does he do that? How does he survive?
Well, it's impressive that he's hitting the shots, but really, look at these Liquid players. Do you see all the scout shots coming out from the lads, all of the pistols running at him and just missing at point-blank range?
He was in the Matrix.
Has to have been. There's no way you should have won that one.
My God. You're probably right, Pilly, but MIBR still have more to navigate as Fallen drops early. Phelps here retrieves the bomb. I mean, it's just another round that Liquid starts with a player advantage. Like, come on. MIBR, they need to have some clean rounds here. And that helps. Fur's done well. A bomb site now is being cleared out. Fur, the man of the moment here for MIBR.
He's the man who loves his eco frags, and he's getting them.
And Coldzera locking down any rotation here from Liquid. There we go. That's better. That's what I'm talking about, MIBR. Maybe everyone can start to believe now that a map 3 is on the cards.
Barely close it out and push it over the line against that force up from Team Liquid. But closing out that one with 4 players alive is going to build up that T economy. And a timeout for MIBR. An important round indeed. The first gun round of the half. Could potentially be playing for 2 here. If you have your boys on Team Liquid losing this round, they will go on towards an eco, so MIBR could potentially be playing for 2 here, and you're talking about 2 already on 12 rounds. You're on to 14, and all you got to do is just nudge it over the line at that point. But if they are forced to play more and more rounds on this T side of Nuke, and they don't have the reps needed in officials, they don't have the depth that they need to win this series, Team Liquid will expose them for that, and they will come back into this game.
That's what I've been saying. It never feels like it's safe for MIBR.
I don't think we were safe a second ago. There's a spider crawling across our desk. Just Australia things.
Yeah, absolutely. If you hear one of us stop talking, you know why. Unfortunately, we're dead. But there you go. Hopefully that's not the case. MIBR do have a nice buy into this one, but so does Liquid. A fair bit of utility there for them. Orgs across all 5 players. And this one, really, this round could tell us how the rest of the half is going to play out, how the rest of the series is going to play out.
So nothing coming out here for MIBR, very much just sitting around waiting for the utility to be expended here by Team Liquid. Starting to throw some utility out of the Annex, out towards Annex from Squeaky Door. And you can see first starting to creep out towards Annex.
Oh, Twist's in a good spot here. Coldzera won't be able to trade. They've just walked out through the smoke, and Team Liquid are going to punish them for it. This round falling by the wayside so easily for MIBR, and this is exactly what I feared was going to be the case.
There was no finesse to that round. There was no, tactical decision making. They had full utility. They could have thrown wall of smokes. They could have done any strat in the book, but instead they wait around in lobby. They wait for Team Liquid to expend their utility, and they try to find a timing where they can creep out through those smokes and creep out of Squeaky and Hut while Fur creeps through Annex. But Twist, I don't know if anyone else has been watching Liquid in this event, but you can't touch this man on the upper bomb site.
No way. Coldzera has himself an SG, but MIBR no longer have Fur. That's a nice shot from Taco. It'll keep it interesting. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves just yet. There's always a chance that MIBR can do the impossible. Taco's got a bead onto a Liege, but the AK proves superior this time.
Cold's got himself an SG as well. So he could be the key player here for MIBR. Finds an angle onto a few of these players. He can definitely hit those shots that are needed to even up this round.
I mean, it's not like MIBR have gone for this out of any hope of really winning the round. I mean, obviously that is the case, but Coldzera getting his money in line, or whoever it was that bought the gun. So it's not necessarily a force from MIBR. It's a happy accident. And if that SG can turn into something more,
can Bob Ross it a bit. Make a happy accident look like something pretty special.
ho. I'm feeling it a little bit here for Coldzera, but spoke too soon. Elige, see you, mate. Get that in ya.
The man just flanks them straight through lobby towards the silo. He's sick of MIBR wasting their time in outers, just gets things done and over with, and then straight into the next round now.
Yep, that's 2 in a row for Team Liquid, but another buyout for MIBR. So when does it become too close for comfort for MIBR, or are we already at that point?
Well, the lead that they've gotten themselves so far with getting that T-pistol and getting the 9-6 that they very much needed means that even if they do get shut down in this round and put on an eco, they will have a lot of loss bonus built up. And here's this outside push coming out from MIBR, but they haven't thrown the smokes correctly.
Dear.
They haven't even thrown the wall of smokes. Naf's just shooting them out in the open.
Well, that's not good. I mean, I guess it is if you're a Liquid fan. Now, he is making it look way too easy at the moment. Fallen, sure, he's gotten across into Secret. Sure, he gets a leash. But there's still such a mountain to climb for MIBR in this round before we can even start to believe. Well, slowly but surely, they're making inroads. The 2v5, is it possible? There's no one left on this bomb site. The bomb isn't actually in control of MIBR right now, so they're going to retrieve that. Still lots of time to play with, but every second counts for them. Seems as though Liquid will allow a bomb plant to go down, favor the retake.
They have control of this upper bomb site on the side of MIBR, so there is an opportunity here. They're actually going to boost up in towards the rafter. Phelps is going to look towards heaven, and they have mollied that position. There's an opportunity here. Phelps has to make the difference, though, for MIBR.
Oh, no. He almost did. Didn't quite get the kill, but Fallen actually gets one. Goes back up on the rafter. Stewie's taken the opportunity, and now it's on to Fallen. Can he go absolutely massive for MIBR now? Here's the drop, surely. They both come down. Fallen, it's within the grasp for him. Denies the defuse. But where is Stewie? He spotted him out. And now it's a case of cat and mouse, and Stewie gets it through the smoke. Team Liquid will go to 9.
And so far on this T side, I haven't seen anything convincing from MIBR. Team Liquid on their T side, their strats are straight to the point. They're getting people in key positions like Secret, and then they're contacting towards ramp. They're going straight out Annex. They're sending people down the vent. So far from MIBR, I've seen them try to creep out of those smokes in towards upper and sneak Fur over the silo in towards Annex. I've seen them miss that smoke on towards outer and get ripped apart by Naf on the 2 gun rounds. I haven't seen any finesse from them on their T side. It's just been them trying to get things done in scrappy means, basically. Try to find fights and win them onto Team Liquid and on off timings.
Yeah, it's starting to get a bit precarious now for MIBR, even with that 3-round advantage. Liquid are making this CT side look really solid. This is the hopes of a 3rd map on the line, really, for MIBR. They need to strike soon. It's just pistols for them here. I mean, to be fair, they've been keeping the economy honest of Team Liquid, so at the very least in this round, if they can take a couple of guns away, again force the reinvestment, doesn't put them in an awful position. But Liquid is just marching closer and closer and quickly out onto the A bomb site, MIBR. And it's not going to happen in this round. Twist just shutting them all out. And Taco gets the sole kill that MIBR has to their name. And that will be all.
I think MIBR forgot to go down the checklist in that last round. The first thing you do is you hit tab and check if Twist is still alive. And if he is, you just don't go anywhere near there. He shuts everyone down in uppers. I've been watching this man, this event, and he's just been absolutely mental on this map on the CT side. All right, MIBR into another buy here. Let's see if they have a better gun round strategy to go towards this round in particular. Looks like a lot of players grouping up in towards lobby in that radio area and a slow approach towards outside. They don't have a lot of utility here, Jordan.
What's the play? Fallen finally has an AWP, and that was where MIBR had a lot of success in the CT half.
Yeah, I think he really does need to find a pick with it, unfortunately, because if they do throw the wall of smokes on the side of MIBR, that's going to be every single piece of utility they have invested, and they don't even have enough smokes to do that anymore. Taco's thrown his smoke on towards Annex. So MIBR, they don't have anything left in terms of the utility. They're going to have to win the fights again. They're going to have to find the timings on towards Team Liquid or this round is over.
Well, the timings definitely has been really the thing that Team Liquid have been so good at throughout this one so far. Stewie, so sharp. Fallen trying to creep onto the angle, but it doesn't happen this time. And it was pretty desperately needed, it feels like, because across the board, MIBR trying to take these battles, but they're just not winning any of them. One by one, they fall like a house of cards.
Bombs down in towards ramp room here. Coldzera's going to try and walk out and retrieve that and hit as many shots as he can, and Phelps just trying to make his way through Secret. But 25 seconds on the board, it's not happening. Oh, that's a sharp one from Phelps.
Say it's not happening. If Coldzera got that kill onto Stewie, I feel like it might have, and can it still? 15 seconds, it's a desperate scrambling round for Coldzera. If he dies here, it's the round over, but he quickly makes his way into B. Phelps gets the kill onto Stewie. Is it possible? The Molotov goes down. Bomb plant, not quite going to be cancelled, but Twist will finish it off. It was just a matter of timing, really, for Liquid. There was a small window. If that player at Megaton does go down, then MIBR has a chance, but didn't quite get there.
It's impressive they even made it that far, and getting that bomb plant down will actually help their economy quite a bit into this next round. But they're still not going to have full utility across all of their players, which means, again, trying to go for that wall of smokes or anything along those lines is going to be a difficult task, as it's pretty much going to be all the utility they have invested in the round into one specific play, either setting one or multiple players up. Doesn't look like they're going to be doing that again. Aggression on outside here from Liquid, and we saw this work for them last time we saw them play, Jordan.
Indeed, that's a position we've seen before. Nitro, the first, a good crossfire from Elige. Very nicely done indeed from Team Liquid. The Coldzera is down the vent. Unfortunate for MIBR that Taco does lose that aim battle, but the bomb plant's going down here, and with that, there's a chance. Stewie's watching the angle, but Coldzera, he's seen this one before, peeking slowly, forces the shot out from Stewie. But he can't get out from behind Silo. Eventually he does cross, it costs him some damage, and Stewie just continues to peek. Fallen, he's up on lobby. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much here. Well, Team Liquid don't seem to know exactly where he is. The defuse isn't on just yet. He's gotten down in time. Can he deny it? Looks like the door play is going to be enough. Liquid equalise at 12 apiece. And the crowd enjoys that.
Even chasing down his opponent with the dualies, Naf doesn't even smile whatsoever.
Wonder who he's supporting.
The only rounds that look even close for MIBR so far is when things get scrappy and either Fallen or Coldzera is put in a position where they can potentially get the bomb down and try and clutch. And both of those rounds where those things have happened, they haven't been able to push it over the line. Team Liquid still wins those post plants. They still win those rounds, and they're winning all the other ones as well.
You go back to that Mouse Sports game and you look at all the clutches that MIBR had to win to get through Mirage. You think about all the clutches that they may yet have to win to get through Nuke, and so far they're going the other way. So where does that leave MIBR?
I'm not convinced by what I've seen from them on the T side so far. They're going to need to come up with something different, because so far they haven't even thrown that wall of smokes properly towards outside and gotten control towards Secret once. Every single round they're just dilly-dallying in lobby and towards the T side of Outers and trying to make something happen, trying to find a pick, trying to find one of these Liquid players getting over aggressive, and Liquid hasn't given them a single bit of room to work with. Again, the outside smokes not being thrown correctly, but this time they get across with a 1-for-1 trade.
Naf trying to chase them down. Phelps is aware though. MIBR, this looks like their first round in a long time. But it's a bit of a streaky one really. It's coming down to the aim battles.
There's no finesse. It really is just MIBR going and taking those fights and winning the duels with these Team Liquid players.
Can they get this all out of the hands of Stewie? Phelps spots him, and the leg shot from Stewie, it's not enough, so there we go. York does go down. MIBR pull ahead once again. It was short-lived for Liquid equalising there. But still, 6 rounds in a row on the CT side. It's pretty solid from Team Liquid.
Team Liquid now scraping the bottom of the bank. They have no more cash left to work with. If they lose this round, they are going to be forced on the eco, and MIBR, with them moving on to 14, that could be them potentially getting match point. They haven't looked convincing whatsoever on this T side, but they have constantly kept things expensive for Liquid, constantly got those extra frags. A fast one towards ramp here. Stewie hasn't hit the first shot, and he's scrambling to get out of there.
He does get out. Coach Cam comes up, and I think that is probably everyone in the arena at the moment. As the smoke does miss from Elige, that could be playing a bigger part in the round than they might want. MIBR, it actually gives the chance to Elige. Stewie dancing around the smoke, but MIBR making some inroads. Surely not. Just misses from Stewie. coldzera gets another. So we're starting to establish control on the B bomb site now for MIBR. When is the bomb going to go down?
Just taking their time. Twist now coming towards Megaton. And coldzera's got to be the person to shut him down. Bit of team damage coming out. The nerves are running high here.
Yeah, Liquid's feeling the pressure, that's for sure. Twist is so far back. Still the bomb hasn't been planted.
Hasn't even been picked up. Fallen going to pick that one up right now, but Stewie looking for an angle. Now Twist starts to move into position. Oh no, he's just holding his ground. He's waiting.
Oh, this is fantastic. MIBR, they've decided to go back into ramp room, and Twist was waiting for them. Way too smart, and it looks like MIBR might have played themselves. Team Liquid are on the rotate so quickly indeed. 30 seconds here. Can they make it back to B? Do they commit to A? Taco up on the rafters now. Has such a large job to do, and he gets Stewie. That's a great opener. And Fallen has been so good in this series for MIBR. It's good to see him in this clutch for them. Liquid just biding their time, waiting for that mistake. They're not going to get it just yet. Fallen creeping around, takes the shot. Taco, where are you? There's a little bit of time here. Will force the peak. And no one on the defuse right now. Taco should be aware of that. Hits the shot, not quite. Nitro. There we go. Team Liquid up to 13, equalizing again.
The problem is, though, with only 2 alive for Team Liquid at the end of that round, their economy is not looking so great still. And over on the side of MIBR, they've got plenty of cash to be working with. But if MIBR can't close out these scrappy rounds, that was literally just a ramp rush in towards lower. This really is just brute force from MIBR, trying to force these fights and force the plays to get them across the line on Nuke. Again, here a chance for MIBR to reset this economy on the side of Team Liquid. Taking their time, Fur working towards outside once again. And they do throw the smoke wall this time around. Elige down there trying to punish this push towards Secret coming out for MIBR. This is the first time we've seen this from them.
Yeah, where does that leave us now? Team Liquid. Certainly looks like Elige is expecting some visitors. He's got the incendiary in his hand, so of course it'll buy time. MIBR do establish control of Secret nonetheless.
This is what you meant to do down towards lower. You saw Fer get caught out of position when he was playing the CT side in this exact same spot, but Elige, he's using his utility perfectly to buy time for the rotations to come out.
Getting that chip damage across as well onto Fer. Nothing too impactful just yet. Fallen's got the AWP again.
MIBR going to creep in towards Warehouse and try to make their way towards ladder base. Double rotate down into lowers for Liquid, and they're going to push and take this lobby control. They could be punished for this by coldzera. He could end this round right here and now.
Well, he's the man that you want in a position like this. Holding that angle. He's not taking any risks right now. Starting to creep on forward. It's Twist and coldzera. The winner may well win the round. It's going to be Twist. Team Liquid have the player advantage, but Phelps now up from the rafters. Doesn't have to do much because Taco's getting it. 9 seconds though. Where's the bomb? Where's the plant? Into the fire goes Fallen. Oh, it's denied. Round's over. There we go. Team Liquid. They're up to 14.
How does Stewie find that timing? MIBR, just 10 seconds left to go. They're swarming the bomb site. They can't check every single angle. They can't make sure they cover every position. And Stewie finds the one position that wasn't covered, just peeks out heaven and denies that bomb plant. Massive play from the man.
And what makes that feel even worse is that Phelps was up on rafters. Imagine if he's sitting there in heaven as opposed to on the rafters themselves.
He just cleared it, man. He was trying to find that cover over towards Vent. You can't watch everything at that point for MIBR.
And now it's a desperate situation for MIBR.
They don't have any utility to be working with.
Money's low, guns are low.
So here we go. They've gone for the wall of smoke, and that's everything invested from them. They've only got a couple flashes and smokes to work with, so Liege, if he shuts this down...
Well, they better hope that they can deal with the Liege. Flashbang's coming on through. Smoke there for him to play with as well. Oh, he's jumped up above it. He's going to get 2. And a Liege thought he was going to win the round himself, and he may well have already done. The 3 would have assured it. 2, it still hangs in the balance, though, favouring Team Liquid, it has to be said.
Taco's still just chilling on towards the roof of this lobby. No push from Team Liquid in the mid-round. They're just going to take their time. They don't want to take any risks at this point in the 4-on-3, which will give plenty of opportunities for MIBR to find gaps in this CT defense. With 4 players alive, you can't cover everything on Nuke. There's going to be somewhere where they can find an impact here. coldzera is going to make his way towards Secret now and try to group up with Fur, who is down in lower. And Taco's just going to sit in the back of lobby and potentially backstab Vent later in the round.
Not a lot left on the clock, though, for MIBR, so they need to pick up the pace.
Stewie could be the one to shut this round down again, though.
Most definitely. Oh, no, he's missed the shot. MIBR, is that the gift of life? 14 seconds here. How do they get this bomb down? Taco's drop. Fur as well. That surely is the round over. Too easy for Team Liquid. And now they're 1 round away from the grand final.
Scrappy money here for MIBR. 3.5k across the board is not going to get them any kind of AK and armor plus utility. Only Taco can have a solid buy into this one. They're going to have to take a bit of a deficit somewhere. Fallen goes down to the P250 in utility. coldzera's only got a Galil to be working with. Phelps and Fur. It's either bad weaponry or bad util. Here's the last chance for MIBR. Backs against the wall with the lackluster buy.
Ooh.
There you go, aggression punished from a Liege.
Fur's down to 4 HP, but at least it is something for MIBR to celebrate. They've been forced into a really daunting position now.
Interested to see what kind of moves Team Liquid are going to make down a man in this round. They need to get aggressive somewhere potentially. Looks like smoke's coming out towards outside, and that's just going to be Fur sent towards that area. Will he go towards Secret or just chill around here and potentially try to go through Annex later on?
Got himself an orb at least, so that's an upgrade.
MIBR really grouped up in towards lobby. Just biding their time, waiting for Team Liquid to make that final mistake that makes this round a little bit easier for them. Taco's going to throw a smoke towards Annex out the door, and it's going to be all on twists. This man has been so good at holding upper, but this is going to be a very tall task indeed. Basically a 1v4.
If there's someone that can do it, it certainly is him, though forced out of position by the Molotov. The first does fall, but coldzera is there. And MIBR, they've made this round look much better than what we've seen from them in the last few. And there is yet hope for MIBR to make it through to this overtime. Maybe even through to a map 3.
Team Liquid have no loss bonus at this point. Twist is going to have a terrible buy heading into this one. Stewie very badly needs to hold on to this AWP. It's the main talking point for Liquid, but most of them aren't going to have very good money at all. So MIBR has actually put themselves in a decent spot to be able to move towards overtime here. There could be a real opportunity for them still on Nuke. And they need to take advantage of it, or they're out of the semi-finals here at Sydney.
Trying to hunt the orb down. They know exactly where it is now. Multiple players coming for MIBR, and Stewie misses the shot. And nicely done.
You're not going to be able to buy up another orb into this round. You just don't have the cash for it. They don't have the loss bonus.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. Team Liquid, the Pistols, they have done it before. And MIBR are going to be feeling the pressure right now as the tactical timeout comes for Team Liquid. Where does the discussion go for both sides?
We saw Team Liquid in a very, very critical round on Mirage make such a good play on their CT side, getting aggressive in towards that A ramp. It's going to be a little bit harder to find those kind of openings on a map like Nuke on the CT side. I mean, pushing choke points like Squeaky Door, like Hut, like towards Radio, it's not as straightforward as getting aggressive on the CT side of Mirage. A lot of the time you have to find those openings towards getting aggressive towards Secret, or just waiting for MIBR to try and get some control in some part of the map and then reacting to that, getting aggressive. So we'll see what the approach is going to be for Team Liquid, because their buy is very lackluster. They can't play a fully straight up round here, or they might not come away with this one.
We're all waiting to find out if there is more story yet to be told on Nuke and in this series. It may well come down to the next minute and a half already. Not a bad start for Team Liquid.
Missed opportunity. Could have been a kill there, sneaking through the smoke for Stewie. And because he hasn't got that, he's actually got no utility to fall back on now. Just an MP9 and a nade. So he's going to be under a lot of pressure. And Cold Zero smells blood in the water. He knows that this is a weak position here for Liquid.
Two players set up in ramp though. Naf dropped. Stewie dropped as well. It's decent enough for MIBR to keep them in with a sniff.
Liege is down in Secret, but Nitro might get punished here. Just makes it in the corner. Fur didn't see him. MIBR's coming into this two-man play. Crossfire for Liquid in uppers.
Twist has been an absolute danger for MIBR. Not this time. Phelps gets him. And Fur, the timing. Nitro spotted him, but Fur gets the job done with the AK. And it's Elise with a deagle. Most assuredly now, overtime. MIBR, they still survive.
They make their way through overtime and stay alive here in Sydney. It was scrappy, and it required a lot of individual plays and a lot of good reads from the side of MIBR. But they got it done.
A big contingent of Brazilian fans here. And I wonder if MIBR is taking any heart in that. This has definitely been a semi-final that's delivered. But if I had one wish, Billy, do you know what it would be?
What's that?
Map 3.
Still going to be a very tall task here. You talk about a team that you don't want to give access to full money and all of the options that are available to them. It's Team Liquid.
Well, you're not wrong. A lot of the rounds for MIBR did come against weaker buys from Team Liquid, so maybe this is going to be Team Liquid unleashed in the overtime. MIBR's definitely not out of the hot water yet.
Lots of players sitting in towards upper from MIBR. They throw a lot of utility towards upper to try to bait out some utility from Team Liquid, and they've done just that. Not much left in the pockets of these CT defenders. Nitro's got a flash, Twister's got nothing. So if this second wave of aggression comes in towards upper, it's going to have to be Liquid hitting some pretty clean shots. And Liquid, they've basically got nothing left at this point in terms of utility to stall their opponents. Only Naf has any, and he is down towards lower, but that's not where the emphasis is going to be from MIBR. Now throwing utility in towards upper and ramp, and just waiting for a mistake to come out of Team Liquid.
It's unlikely that you're going to be getting that, to be honest. From the second best team in the world, Team Liquid. They're going to feel like it is their place in the grand final. They haven't secured it just yet. 35 seconds now for MIBR. They've waited long enough. It's time for action. When does the strike come? Perhaps just the off timing there for Phelps. He's going to get the smoke down, but the incendiary across from Liquid certainly helps. Twists on the A bomb site. Why would you even try and contest him at this point? He's been way too good. Now this is a good, clean round for Liquid. The first half of overtime.
MIBR run it down to the last 30 seconds. Liquid don't have a single piece of utility left except on Naf, and the man rotates from Secret into Annex and drops it on Squeaky Door just when MIBR want to go for that upper hit. Talk about perfect timing.
And something you're going to see time and time again from Team Liquid as well. Pressure's on now, MIBR. Naturally, they are on the T side starting off here. So I suppose one round, if you can get that on the T side, is probably the pass score, right? 2-1 split. Liquid just as likely to completely shut this one out. Taco aggressive with the orb. Not sure that's going to persist on through the round. It'll be thrown back over to Fall, and they'll trade the weapons.
So he's aggressive up in ramp room here towards Radio, trying to wait for one of these MIBR players to give him A little bit of a peek so he can quickly take that frag and just get away. MIBR now, wall of smoke's being thrown out. They're trying to send these players across towards Secret, but Naf's posted up on the line.
Oh, did he spot him?
No, not quite. And he has going to be pushed off by the incendiary. I say that, but he goes forward.
Oh, dearie me, Naf. We had the question of what was he going on with the AWP on Mirage. No questions asked here. 2 beautiful shots hit. And now 3v5 MIBR to try and negotiate it once again. Stewie pushing from radio. Taco will go down as well. And Team Liquid, they've hit another level. They've hit the next gear here in the overtime.
A scary team to be facing with those double orbs, with full utility and all of the options available to them.
MIBR has not even been able to find a frag yet in overtime. 2 rounds in a row. It's been complete shutouts.
And if they're not getting these trades, they're not getting these scrappy fights that were giving them so much success on the T side. MIBR have nothing to fall back on. This has not been a convincing T side in terms of the strategy from them. A lot of the time, they very much are just sitting around in lobby waiting for something to happen. This event, they played, before this game, 4 gun rounds on the T side pretty much, between the NRG and Fnatic game. They haven't had an opportunity to be able to play these T sides a lot in these officials. And it doesn't look convincing from them unless they get into these scrappy rounds where they can set up some of these players to individually make plays and come away with rounds where they're in a disadvantage.
Even still, 1 round might be enough, and they've got Fur down Secret.
That's exactly right. He's only been down here a couple of times, and now he's going to try and find a fight towards Nitro and put some pressure on, maybe try to grab that second player on Team Liquid to actually make a rotation down here. But 2 frags go the way of Liquid. What a fast one tap from Nitro.
Not looking good for MIBR now, is it? Team Liquid, this surely should be 3 on the overtime, but coldzera gives them a chance. Fallen, if he hits that shot, it brings MIBR back into the round, but alas, a 2v4 now for Taco and coldzera.
Scrambling to get down Secret towards lower in time. No rotations come out from Liquid just yet. It's just Nitro here.
Can coldzera win the aim duel? Nope. Wow. I mean, what do you even say about that? He's an aimbot right now.
Every time an MIBR player walks into this man's crosshair, all he does is click his mouse because his crosshair placement is just impeccable towards lower there. And that's 3 in a row. Not a single round on the T side from MIBR, so they need 3 in a row on their CT side, but with Liquid, full utility, full access to all of the strategies that they can possibly employ on this T side, there's no way they don't put one across the line here.
Well, you never say there's no way, because in Counter-Strike, anything is possible. And MIBR, they may yet still have some life in them on the CT side, but it's going to have to be perfect. Team Liquid have given themselves as much room as they could. One would think that it's going to be enough, but it's not over yet.
Nitro's already down the vent as well. It's a double AWP setup here from MIBR, and he might find the timing on Fallen.
Definitely looks like it. Nitro, oh my God, so crisp. Every single time it's the headshot. You know what that means for MIBR now.
The rest of Liquid down through Secret. Nitro's already in the great position to punish Taco coming down Megaton here, and he's the only player in position apart from Fur who's trying to get to Secret.
Does Fur get the timing here onto Twist, or does it go the other way? Team Liquid, they march one step closer. It's grand finals ahead of them here at Qudos Bank Arena. MIBR haven't challenged them enough here on Nuke. Only the 2 players left alive, and they want to get it done. Phelps is on his own. The bomb is down, and Team Liquid, it's within their grasp. 19's up, and there it is. Team Liquid will be your first team through to the grand final at Qudos Bank Arena, and they look now to fulfill their destiny as the second best team in the world, but definitely the best team at IEM Sydney. 1 match remains for them.
Magical that MIBR could even get into overtime on that T side and come back from that 5-6 deficit to put 9 rounds on the board on the CT side. But they couldn't quite get it done.
A solid effort from MIBR, and we've been waiting to see MIBR get back into that form that we've seen from them in the past, and it feels as though they're almost there, but it won't happen this time. Team Liquid just far too good, and they have to turn their eyes now on to that next match. Team Liquid, you know, we have those questions, how they perform in the grand finals, but there's another one ahead of them. Wonder what they're going to be able to do from here, but that's not for us to answer. We're going to go back over to the greater minds of the analyst desk.